birds in family groups that had adults of both head colors so the juveniles would have experience with both head colors. She then painted the juveniles' heads red, black, or blue, and put them in 20-minute contests where the two birds would contend for space at a bird feeder. The results of her study were shocking. The red painted birds won every time. It wasn't that the red painted birds acted more forcefully, but they were other birds wouldn't compete with them for space at the bird feeder. They were too scared. Concluding her experiment, Price states, these birds had an innate fear of red. Basically, red, worn in large amounts, or in competition, is intimidating. So wearing red might not make you play better, but it will make your opponent perform worse, and that's a definite plus in competition. There are many other reasons for choosing red, like the symbolism behind it. According to the website Color Matters, red symbolizes love, celebration, danger, anger, and adventure. Red symbolizing love is a large symbolism. You can see the fact it has every Valentine's Day. The girls go crazy over a red heart. Red is also used in many celebrations. Valentine's Day, as we said above, Christmas, and the 4th of July are just a few to name. Red is also a powerful and captivating color. To the Greeks, it represents superheroism. And who doesn't want to be a superhero? To the Christians, it represents the crucifixion and sacrifice. In Asia, red is seen as good luck. That is why it is the most popular color in China, according to the website Color Matters. Brides in Asia wear red on their saris and kimonos for happiness and good luck in their own marriages. Japanese children draw the sun as a great big red circle for happiness in their own lives. And red is an attention-grabbing color, and we all know that attention is a good thing. Like blue, red does have some negative connotations. For example, Andrew Elliott, a psychologist at the University of Colchester, did a study involving American and German participants. He found that when participants viewed a flash of red, they had more difficulty solving an anagrams and completing analogies than participants that viewed a flash of green, or a neutral color like black. Maybe this all goes back to those red pen marks put on our papers by teachers. Andrew Elliott states, red has become closely linked with the idea of failure. Another example is that in every European culture, the red district sells sex and pornography. And sadly, red cars are seen as popular targets for thieves. Now who wants to be sad and unlucky? I most certainly don't. I have to be adventurous, a winner, lucky in everything I do. And red will help me with that. Blue undoubtedly won't. Think about all the things you could change to their color preference. Your athletic performance could jump up, good luck could go your way, you could gain more confidence. By changing this tiny preference, you could change your entire life. There is one other good thing about blue. Combined with red, the best color ever, it creates another delightful color, purple. But you'll have to research that one. I only advocate red. Now remember, you have a choice. That choice is red.
Enjoyed by consumers everywhere in more than 60 countries, Tang is one of Kraft's most global brands and one of our largest. Kraft holds the #1 position in powdered beverages in the world, and our Tang product is an important part of that portfolio. The combination of the grapefruit taste of Tang and convenience and affordable price has made it a favorite among millions. Since the early 80s, Tang has been launched in approximately 60 countries. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for your attention during this commercial break. I have Justin Burrows. I was sitting in Mrs. Ames's tedious penmanship class when I looked out the window and noticed a white van pull into the circular driveway. Mrs. Ames noticed too. She paused in the middle of looping her D when she turned to her ancient next to the window. My mind out of the sound effect of a branch about to break under the weight of the snow. I was quite sure that Mrs. Ames was one of the original settlers of the town. Now, visitors were very uncommon at our school, especially visitors wearing dark suits, carrying briefcases, and wearing sunglasses. "Remain in your seats and do not talk," Mrs. Ames said, glaring at us down the point of her nose. "I shall return in a moment." A moment later, Mrs. Ames ran them outside, and to my horror, she smiled. I'd never seen Mrs. Ames smile before. And to think, I didn't even know such an act was even possible for her. But there it was, her teeth exposed in the white daylight. One of the men stepped forward and said something to her. She laughed and played with her hair. I was horrified to see Mrs. Ames laugh, and then blush. To see her in such an obvious state of bliss, it was unbearable. Oh, I had to look away. Eventually, Mrs. Ames walked back into the classroom. Children, your high These people are here to make a television commercial. But I almost peed. She might as well have told me that I'd never have to go to school again. Then I was free to hit anybody I wanted without being punished. I lived for television commercials. The only reason I ever watched TV so I could see the commercials. The Fabergé organic shampoo commercial.
You know, I had two friends who talked to friends, and someone.
Well, my current favorite. And gee, your hair smells terrific.
These people are here with their schoolhouse to the commercial for the beverage Tang. Do you know Tang?
Oh, they were gasping around the room. Of course we knew Tang. The orange crystalline beverage that the astronauts brought from into outer space. I love Tang. It would sometimes eat it by the spoonful, straight from the jar. I love the orange lid, the green label, the way the lid was extra wide and easy to unscrew. I even like the paper eardrum. When you first open it, you had to puncture it with a spoon. And then printed on top was Tang, Tang, Tang. Then Mrs. Ames said to the class that they wanted to use some of us in their commercial. Instantly, everyone began raising their hands. Well, except for me. Something inside me said, don't do it, it's beneath you. Instead, I sat politely at my desk with my hands clasped firmly together. One thing was certain, I was going to be in their television commercial, and if anybody tried to get in my way, I'd use my pencil to blind them. The interviewers started in groups of 3. When it was finally my turn, the men were very tired, as evidence showed by their loosened ties and large wet spots under their arms. They spoke to all 30 kids, and they had notes piled up on the desk. Well, hi guys, any of you want to be in a commercial? We all nodded our heads yes. Good, then good. So what I want to do is, I want to see what it sounds like when you laugh, okay? I'm going to tell you a joke. Come on, where's my roots? Neither of the other 2 kids laughed, but I threw my head back in an explosion of laughter and delight. I was able to bring tears to my eyes. Wow, you really liked that joke, did you? You kids like Tang. The other 2 kids nodded grimly. I love Tang, except I like to make it with an extra scoop, and you can put an ice cream trace and freeze it. Where did that come from? I've never frozen Tang before. That's great! What's your name? Augustine? Augustine, you were great. We want you. Oh, I was so excited when I got on my sprint up the driveway, through from the front row screaming, I'm going to be in a Tang commercial, I'm going to be in a Tang commercial. And in preparation for my television acting debut, I watched commercials incessantly, committing them to memory and reciting them phrase after phrase endlessly to my parents.
Can I help you fry up that chicken? I want to help. I don't fry chicken anymore. I use me shake and bake.
I also like to sing the jingles. That great Pepsi taste. Diet Pepsi won't go to your waist. So now you see it. Now you don't talk Diet Pepsi. One's more calorie. Now you see it. Now you don't. My father couldn't bear my constant performing.
Son, if you don't sound bad, you won't be in any commercial at all. You'll be right back here practicing your penmanship.
This muted me, briefly, long enough to contemplate how I would ever be able to produce convincing tears. I knew that Herb could do the trick. If you applied a small bit under your eye, well, I went to the kitchen and tried it myself. Thrilled with the weeping, sincere results. The day of shooting, I met the director. He was a very round man, a face and a fist. His hands were always clenched into tight little red balls, and he stumped over me and yet again asked, why is this so hard for you? All you gotta say is, hey Mark, where you going? Why are you having so much trouble with this? I don't know. Something's throwing me out of character. Well, this infuriated him. What are you talking about, character? You're a kid in school, playing a kid in school. Well, I understood this, but, well, not really. I mean, it was a simple setup. I was walking down the hallway when I suddenly see my friend Mark. I pause, look at the camera without looking directly at it, and say, hey Mark, where are you going? But I just couldn't do it. Each time I spoke, my voice sounded forced, pretentious, dishonest. And you know, the other problem was, I didn't really feel like I found my character. My own space was in the context of the scene. Why was I walking down the hallway? Was I going to a class, or was I coming from a class? These were essential notes, and the director failed to provide me with answers. Will you shut up and just walk? When I walk, do you want me to be walking with urgency? He shouted action, and that's my mark. I started to walk down the hallway, fully aware the cameras were trained on my every move. I tried hard on making normal-looking footsteps, but I could feel it happening, like being a passenger in a car spinning out of control. I wasn't able to stop myself. Hey, Mark, where are you going? I waited for him to say cut, but he didn't. No one said cut. I felt a rush. Had I done it? Had I accidentally done it correctly? I had done it, hadn't I? Oh, I bit my lip to repress the smile that was about to break surface.
Forget it, we'll fix it, that ain't that's a wrap.
The day finally come. I sat in the kitchen and watched for nearly an hour before it came on. And then there it was. There I was, behind a big group of kids. One girl said, "Hey, let's get some." And then the scene cut to Mrs. Ames at home, serving Tang to her grandchildren. My line had been cut. Mrs. Ames hijacked the commercial. Depressed, I walked out of the kitchen and back to my room. "Hey, Mark, where you going?" I said to myself in the mirror, in a voice so natural, I realized at once, this is what the director wanted all along. He didn't want passion, meaning, nuance. He wanted an ordinary kid who could say 6 words. I realized right there in my bed that I wasn't going to be a child actor. Instead, I was going to be the one that thinks up for the commercials in the first place. And I'll hire my own director. And when he can provide me a kid that gives a passionate, meaningful, nuanced performance, I'll fire him.
OMG, did you see Susie eat those 6 donuts the other day? It was so gross, I couldn't even believe it. She really needs to work on her figure. Gossip. Let's not kid ourselves. We're all guilty of this once in a while. We may not consider ourselves gossips, but we all talk about other people when they're not around. This is not always a bad thing. Positive gossip can spread goodwill and create relationships. Malicious gossip, on the other hand, is unkind and causes problems with the coherence of a society. We all know gossip is wrong, so why do we do it? The October 2008 issue of the Scientific American suggests that gossip is a failure to adapt from our prehistoric need to talk about others with one another. The article goes on to explain that, in prehistoric times, gossip was necessary so that our ancestors could root out thieves and murderers from their communities. In the modern age, however, it is rarely used to protect our lives or property. Often we think of the gossip we do as a derivative from this original purpose, as if we're trying to warn others about what people are like. But truly, we also take away a sadistic pleasure from gossip. If we are honest with ourselves, we know that gossip is hurtful to the people about whom we are talking. But sometimes we don't realize that it's hurtful to ourselves as well. Even more often, we don't think we can prevent it. It is this attitude that causes gossip to continue. If we took on a more positive attitude, that we can prevent gossip, and that preventing gossip will help our reputations, not hurt them, then we can help ourselves and others. That's why today I'd like to talk about why we partake in malicious gossip, how malicious gossip hurts others, how it hurts us, and how we can prevent it. First, we must understand why we gossip. The most common reason people gossip is to fit in. We've all heard that it's okay not to fit in, but this never seems to resonate when all of our friends are talking about someone and we have our own experience as dad. We gossip when we are around gossip because we want to add to the discussion. We want to be included. And what better way to do this than by making ourselves a main speaker in a conversation? Sometimes we feel justified when we gossip. We are gossiping to release our frustration about someone, so that when we see them again, we aren't so angry. We think we are relieving our stress, so that we don't have to hate the person about whom we are talking, or actually we will end up hating the person more. Gossip leads to more gossip. And when we start the discussion about someone, we are bound to hear more than we want to about them. Also, we gossip because the person about whom we gossip wronged us or one of our friends. Gossiping about it is our own small vengeance, and a way of helping our friends by showing them why they should avoid that person. The real problem with gossip is